Hey there. You're watching the Jessa Channel live on YouTube. I'm Jessa. Hello, everyone. Hi, everybody. Hello. I'm so happy to see everyone here today. I am very low energy today because I think I'm just fighting something. I'm sick. I'm just super tired. I slept 9 hours last night. I'm still tired. Hello, Patrick. I'm so glad to see you all here. I never considered not live streaming today, but I was definitely like, just not about the thought of live streaming, but just being sick and tired. And, so, but then I just thought, you know what? It's one of those things that once you start playing, once everyone's there, you'll forget that you're sick. You'll feel better. I get so much joy out of being here with you guys. And then, hi, Morgwin. And so, yeah, like what Dent is saying. Dent is saying, let's just have, a lovely, relaxing stream. This is a pajama party. I am wearing my pajamas. See? I have, sometimes I'll put on earrings just because I like, wear pajamas and earrings. These were the earrings I was going to wear. They're very pretty, but I didn't even have the energy to stick them in my ears. It's totally true. I was just like, whatever. These are the earrings I have today. It's a little bit hard to see them because the camera doesn't. Let's try and pull them back a little bit. There you go. They're very pretty. Hello, Tristorm. Welcome. Hello, Jackson. Welcome. Tristorm, we're going on the Orient Express today. And I'm very happy to see you. Is this your first time in a stream? I don't know I think I've seen your name before. But, I'm sick. I'm going to take some NyQuil after the stream and just go crash. Oh, you did? Oh, good, Dan. I'll see that during the break. The next hit fashion trend. Because, you guys only see me from here up. I'm sitting in a chair and the guys are behind me. You guys can't see the guys right now. I just realized that I need to switch. You guys, the guys are behind the... Let me just, how should I do this? Because our mascots are super important, and right now the camera is switched. So let me see if I can just kind of move this. Let's do this today. There we go. You can see back there that even Ping is kind of sick. Ping is like, everybody's sick today. Okay, so there you can see, that way. No, that way. There you go. There they are. Okay, so yeah, grab your mascots. Hello, Andrea. Andrea comes in and says, Bunna. You guys can see Ping back there. You can see Harvard. There's Christabel and Akenthop and Nantuk is kind of over to sleep over. Where's Nantuk? Here's Nantuk. There you go. I don't know if you can see him. There you go. Nantuk. Nantuk is just, I love that guy. Let's see if I can scoot over a little bit. There we go. Okay, so we're doing a different setup today. Okay, so today Carrion's mascot is a strawberry. Why is that, Carrion? Oh, it is? Well, that's cool. I just learned that Buna, or Buna, is Romanian for hi. Yes. Acanthop, which is spelled like this. Jay is asking me if Acanthop, which is a Sims 2 neighborhood that we played for a couple of years on the channel. His name is his long name is Acanthop Pterygian. I think this is how you spell it. Something like that. That's his full name. If you can, it's actually a real word that's in the dictionary. I'm probably misspelling it, but it actually is a real word. I think it means some sort of fish. So you can go and Google it, and if you don't believe me. Like the A from banana. Runa. Okay. So I kind of, Acanthop Pterygian is a lot of a mouthful, so I just named, I named Acanthop after Acanthop. Acanthop existed before Acanthop Village existed. You know what, Andrea? This is my favorite series, what we're going to play today. The Last Express. Oh, you mean like the favorite one I've done on the channel? Gosh, I couldn't name one. I mean, I love them all. I love all the series I do. But as far as my favorite game is this game we're playing today. So we are playing The Last Express today. And I'm going to be baggy-eyed and kind of sallow-cheeked. You guys want to know how I feel? You want to know how I feel? This is how I feel. Last night, I just played Divinity Original Sin 2 because I'm learning that game because I'm going to be bringing it here to the live stream. And I'm working out a character concept. We're going to be playing a character who's like a scholar or librarian. His name is Cat Riley, spelled Katte. Oh, TV series? Oh, she is? Oh, okay. Andrea, I don't watch television. I haven't watched television in 20 years. So, yeah. So I don't have one. I do have some soup here. I will be taking some vitamin C. Hello, conflicting addiction. And CO is in here. Did I see? Hi, CO. I almost missed you. And so, yeah, I have some soup. I have some tea. I have lots of water to hydrate with ice in it. My beloved husband got me. CO, I'm a bit sick today. I'm a bit sick. You know what? Those stuffed animals, with the exception of Harvard, all of them are my husband's that he brought to the marriage. I've told this story before, but so I won't tell again, but because I'm too tired to tell it. But basically, one of the things that made me fall in love with him is that he was a grown man and he had all these stuffed animals that he really cared about. And they were packed away and he thought mice had gotten to them. And he actually was really upset. When he opened the box, he went, "Oh no!" And then he pulled out Ping and he went, "Oh, phew. They only ate the t-shirt." There was a t-shirt wrapping everything up and the mice got to the t-shirt, but not to the stuffed animals. And that moment when he went, "Oh no," and then pulled Ping out, it was very early on in our relationship, like a month. And I just went, "Oh my gosh, I love this man. I love this man." And he told me that, oh, I'm so glad, Tristorm. I'm just going to call you Tri, if you don't mind. Hi, Kaylin. Hi, Ralphus. Welcome, Ralphus. I'm always really happy to see you here, Ralphus. Ralphus, whenever he comes into... Ralphus is really funny. And he comes into Discord like this. He's just like Z-snapping it. He was showing us a jacket he got the other day. And, oh, good. Okay. So, yeah. Hi, Charlene. Movie night at Charlene's house. So let's see. Let's do the mascots now because I missed one. So if you already did it, put it in again. But my mascots are back there, and I'm just all of them are going to be my mascot for today. So I have like 6. You are? Ralphus has got great style. He really has. So Kyrian was Charlene's a horsey. She always is. Joe is a koala. She always is. Kyrian was a strawberry today. Valeste is a hamster. The mascots are really important. There's something we do a lot on the Jessa Channel because they help me get to learn you guys, and I really remember you all. Oh, Drew, we have so much fun. Drew is saying he loves how my husband and I have so much fun. Today, my husband just looked at me. I said something funny, and he just looked at me and he said, "I'm married so well." It made me happy. By the way, I'm gonna ping him and see if he'll come in here. Send him a message and tell him to come into the stream because people are talking about him. Be like, come to the stream. He's staying home today because he's super tired. He went to work yesterday and worked his butt off. He has a very physically difficult job. Anyway, so I'm missing some. Okay, so conflicting addiction was a panda. Drew is a kitty cat. Jay is octopus today. So why are you going with that one, Jay? Angel's a horse. No, Angel's a unicorn. Angel, that fits you. That's really fits you. That really fits you. My favorite food? Goodness gracious, I don't know. Mac and cheese. Smoked Gouda mac and cheese. My favorite. Tristorm is Tristorm, you're somebody else had that as a mascot too. But is that a stag? Tele is always a turtle. And you've changed your name from Telepsicola, which is, I remember that. Patrick is that a train? Like to celebrate the Orient Express? Really? Co is always a little Tweety bird. And Morgan is an owl. She says it's for her high school mascot many, many moons ago. Oh, you guys, did I miss anybody? I hope I didn't. Oh, that's cool, Tristorm. That's awesome. Yep, Patrick is a train today. Drew, do you know Andrea? Because it sounds like you're translating, which is cool. Did you invite your friend to come? I love trains too, which is why we're going to be going into the Orient Express. So this is the Jessa part of the show. And yeah, Charlene, I don't know if you heard that I'm feeling sick too. Yeah. All right, so we're going to be heading on into the game now. And unless you have any other questions, this is the time where you ask me questions. Once we open the game, I ask you to save questions until the end of the stream when we'll do another Just Jessa thing. Questions about like me and stuff like that, you know. Ask them now. And then when we're on the game, we'll stay focused on the game so I don't get distracted and don't produce good content for those watching later. That's why I do that. Yeah, I know. Kyrian says everyone's sick because we do a lot of group hugs in the live stream. So we all got virtual viruses, so to speak. Okay. All right, so let's get on into this. Hello, Jackson. And by the way, get your tea. Get your tea. And wrap up warm because we're all a bit sick. I'm gonna group hugs. I don't care. It's gonna make me sick, but I don't care. We're all a bit sick today. All right. So, Jay is gonna be a noodle dragon. They're the right balance of cute and powerful. Okay, Jay. I will remember that to you, about you. I'm jealous, Goth. I am jealous. All right, so I will not be able to have chat up on the screen. I will have it down here on the tablet. So let's head on into the game. I think I've got everything set up here correctly. And Jackson's a moo cow. Dear moo cow Jackson. Dear Jackson's a moo cow. And really? Valeste just said something really, really kind. She said, I'm in bed with my eyes closed half of the time because I'm actually really tired, but your voice is better than the nature sounds to get relaxed. Oh. Hi, Kaylin is a fox today. Yay, Kaylin. All right, so I'm going to put on my relaxing voice. I'm going to lower this just a little bit, my voice level, because I'm hitting the yellow a little bit, and I don't like that. But in any case, let's bring that down to about there, see if I can get that yellow out. But yeah, I'm gonna give us a nice relaxing stream. So I just want to say to those of you guys who are about to fall asleep, good night. That's the way my streams always go. I start talking and we get into the stream, and then everybody falls asleep, and it's just like me and Joe at the end. It's just like me and Joe kind of working it out a little bit, having a good time. Everybody else is snoring. It's a good time. Yeah, then it goes quiet. Exactly. Charlene knows that. And Angel says the same. You know, Angel, it's the same for me. We're all experiencing the same things. Doing the live streams calms my anxiety too. I understand. All right, let's open up the game. Now, I showed you this last time. So let me know how the game sounds do, but I'd shown you this last time, this book that I have. Yeah, that's why I do it at 2 p.m. because for the people in Europe, it's late for you guys and you guys can go to sleep. And for the people in America, they can listen at work sometimes. And as they come home from work, they can tune in and stuff like that. So, so I don't know if you guys saw that on, I put a book up there. Let's see. Let me do it again. I can't see. So yeah, this is the Last Express, the official strategy guide. And I'm going to be using that to help me remember, because a couple of things as we head on into the game. And by the way, is everything, how does the sound? I don't know, the sound. Give me a sound check when we go into the game. What was I going to say? I'm so tired. Gosh, you guys. There's things that you can miss in the game. And we actually missed something important last time. It doesn't stop the game. And I was debating as to whether to go back and play it. But when you first get on the train, on the Orient Express, you can go to the dining hall for the first service, which we did. And you can talk to a Russian guy. And he will leave his book behind for a little while. And inside his book is a timetable. And it shows an important time. I'm debating as to whether we should go back and play it. So I guess votes as to whether we should go back and play it again. We've already played through this twice already, so I'm on the fence. Yeah. The other awesome thing is that this book, which you can get, Kirian, could you do me a favor and put the book link, the PDF link, or maybe Joe can find it, I was going to see Kieran, you know where it was, put it in Discord and Joe can put it in chat. But there's a link that we found last time to this book, this strategy guide, which I highly recommend getting. It gives you a lot of fascinating facts about each character in the game. And so, yeah. So Charlene or Joe or whoever, Joe, I don't know if Joe's had her tea this morning. It's 8 a.m. It's 8 a.m. in Australia. All right. So let's do the YouTube intro and head on into this. All right. Hey there. You're watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and today we are live playing The Last Express. We have made our way out of Paris and we're on the way on the Orient Express to Constantinople. This is my favorite game of all time, and I am very, very happy to bring it to you yet again in this live stream version. We did do a series on it, which got a lot of content ID stuff, so I had to mute a lot of the music. This time around, even if I get content ID, I'm going to keep the music up because it's so very important to the game. There are a lot of people in chat with me today, and I'm really happy to see everyone here. Hi, Mothering. Hello, Mr. Jessa. Thank you. Mothering and Mr. Jessa, grab your mascots. So, we're going to head on in to the Orient Express. I'm so glad you could join me. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. And as always, you can catch me live on Fridays at 2 p.m. Pacific time, American Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern, and 10 p.m. right now, GMT. That's 10 p.m. in London, 11 p.m. in Germany, 8 a.m. in Australia. So feel free to join us for a live stream. In any case, let's head on into the game. Let's continue the game. And one more thing before we do that. I highly recommend that you buy the version of this game, which is $5, you guys. $5. So replayable. I replayed this game 20 times over the last 20 years. But on GOG. Get the GOG version, not the Steam upgraded version, remastered version. Don't get that version. They take a lot of things out that add the charm to the game, including this way of starting the game. All right, let's head in. If I miss anyone saying hello, just give me another poke. Hello, Romoxy. Welcome. Because I can't have chat up on the screen. All right, let's head on in. Today I'm feeling a bit sick, as I was saying to chat earlier. So, if you remember, we threw the body out the window. The body is gone. And just to give a little recap, we found our friend Tyler murdered. We hid him. There's the blood stain. We hid him in there.
Conductor, would you lock my door, please?
And for those of you guys joining, I'm just going to do a quick little trip through the train and see what we can find that's going on. Our objective at this point is, yeah, the body landed in the water, Charlene. Yeah, that's one of the things is that depending on where you are on the trip, let's go back here and take a look. Depending on where you are in the trip, the body can land either on a ravine down a grass embankment, or after Epernay, it will land over a bridge, and you need to get rid of it in the first evening of your train trip. Otherwise, eventually, you know, you can't sleep, A, there's a dead body in your compartment, and B, you know, it starts to smell, you know how that is. So I'm going to open up our book here, and I'm going to be using it to follow along and make sure I show you the things that are really important. So the book I'm using, by the way, for those of you on YouTube later, is this Last Express guide that I've had, one of my prized possessions. I got it on eBay. But you can also get a PDF. Just search for Last Express strategy guide PDF. Hello, Chocolate. Chocolate is saying, she's saying, happy, I guess you mean happy, I'm not sure. Anyway, she's off work, ready to start the weekend, and it is a lovely 74 degrees and sun shining. Chocolate, grab your mascot. Okay. So, we found the body, Paris to Epernay. It is 9:30, and the guide shows you things based upon the time. Time is such an important thing in this game, as it's happening in real time. I mean, real time within the game world. In other words, you'll see what I mean. Anyway, from 7:40 to 9 p.m., we can do some general eavesdropping. 9:30. We can also sneak into other compartments. Here's the fight. Kronos' private car. We've seen Kronos in a previous episode. He's the rich guy at the end of the train. We can peek into open compartments. 7:55. Sleeping car activity. Epernay to Strasbourg. Okay, so because we're going to skip the police search. The police search does not happen because our body went into the river, and so they'll never find poor Tyler. But I do invite you to throw the body of Tyler, this sounds horrible, off the train earlier so that you can avoid the police search, which is kind of fun and interesting to do. The police will catch you. We can go to the salon and listen to Anna. We've already done that. Sleeping car activity. So let's just take a look through the train and see if there's anything we can see. I do believe that at some point the Russian girl comes out here for a smoke. Shame on her for smoking.
Bonsoir,
and
monsieur.
Let's see if she's out here. There she is! Yay! We cannot talk to her though, unfortunately, right now. I don't know why. Her name is Tatiana. Maybe we can show her though the poem. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is the Russian poem that we found in Tyler's bag. We need to have it translated because our hero understands Russian but doesn't read it. So I believe we can just, let's see, how do I do this again? Trying to remember how I can give this to her. One moment, please. Here we go. Give the scroll. Shortly after, follow the girl. It says here in the book, it says, enter the rear platform area. Tatiana was there. And I'm going to pause because I don't want her to walk away because she will take her own time. I mean, she will do things in her own time. It says here, Tatiana is there, staring out a window. No, you can't just talk to her. This is 1914. Gentlemen don't approach unaccompanied 16-year-old girls. Ignore her. As you click to re-enter the sleeping car, Tatiana will ask for a light. So let's do that. I was trying to remember how you give it to her. Let's rewind just a little bit and go back and do it again so we don't miss her. All right, to get to the end of a car, all you need to do is double click. You can also stop and eavesdrop outside of and by the way, you can eavesdrop outside of, let me show you really quickly. There's Tatiana. As we go back in, she's going to ask us for a light.
Do you have a
There we go.
Aren't you a little young to smoke?
Monsieur, I'm not a little girl. I have just spent the whole season in Paris. I'm very tired and I want to smoke. Thank you.
Now we can show her the Russian poem.
Do you think you could read this?
The firebird. It's beautiful. Look at his burning tail. Where did it come from?
It belongs to a friend of mine. What does it say?
It's a poem for children. It's a story about Prince Ivan and the Firebird. If you like, I could write out a translation and give it to you in the morning.
Спасибо, Татьяна.
Не за что. Спокойной ночи.
Yay! Russian! That's awesome. By the way, welcome to... I saw someone just pop in here. Jasmine. Welcome, Jasmine. Jasmine is an elephant today. It's her mascot. You can see my mascots just behind me. Over there. And... Alright, let's head on in. So what I was going to say was... Can you hear? How's the volume? So somebody was watching this on YouTube after the fact and told me that they understood. Chalon-sur-Marne, 2 minutes stop. I love the conductor. All right, so let's just walk through. Actually, someone's behind me. Who was that? Oh, this guy. So the strategy guide tells you all about each passenger in detail and their story and background.
Good night, monsieur. Have a good sleep.
Oh.
Oui, madame.
Ai-je rêvé ou est-ce réellement un chien dans le compartiment voisin?
Ce n'est pas directement dans le compartiment voisin, madame, mais vous avez raison. Le chien appartient à madame Wolf.
Je dois avouer que je suis très surprise que la compagnie ignore ses propres règles.
Bien sûr, vous avez raison, madame, mais vous savez, madame Wolf voyage toujours avec son chien.
Le problème n'est pas le bruit, mais l'hygiène. Dans une voiture de première, c'est vraiment inadmissible.
Je comprends ce que vous voulez dire, madame. Et dans un train de première classe ordinaire, bien sûr, cela ne se produirait pas. Mais vous savez, madame, l'Orient Express a une histoire bien spéciale. Tout le monde sait que madame Wolf voyage toujours avec son énorme chien. Cela fait partie du romantisme légendaire de l'Orient Express. Certains de nos passagers sont parfois extrêmement déçus de ne pas avoir la chance de voyager en sa compagnie.
J'espère qu'il est attaché au moins.
Oh, bien sûr, madame. Il est très bien dressé. Le meilleur chien que vous ne puissiez rencontrer. Je vous assure que vous vous rendrez à peine compte qu'il y a un chien dans le train.
Bon, on verra ça.
Y a-t-il autre chose, madame?
Non, merci.
Bonsoir, madame.
Okay, so my kitten right here is in front of the screen. This is his tail. My baby boy. He's trying to get me to love him, and he's rubbing his self on the microphone. And I don't know if you heard it, but he made a little tiny meow. He wants his mommy's attention. Okay, so that was it.
Tu passes plus de temps ici que chez toi?
Je te dis, rien à faire chez moi. Le 17 est libre jusqu'à Vienne, le harem se cache, et le renuque m'a menacé de me couper la tête si je passe trop près de ses portes. J'ai lu mon journal 3 fois, me voilà.
C'est pas un journal ce que tu lis. Il y a plus de dessins que de textes dedans. C'est pas comme ça que tu vas apprendre ce qui se passe dans le monde.
Bon, d'accord. Au retour, tu m'offriras un tract de Monsieur Jaurès.
Tu te moques de lui, mais pourtant ce sont les socialistes qui éviteront la guerre.
J'ai pas peur de la guerre, moi. C'est les Allemands qui la cherchent, pas nous. Et s'ils commencent...
La question n'est pas là. Dans la guerre moderne, personne ne gagne. Tout le monde perd. C'est les militaires, les politiciens, les industriels de tous les pays qui nous mènent à la guerre. Et c'est nous, les ouvriers, le peuple, qui allons le payer cher, comme toujours.
Qu'est-ce que tu racontes, là? T'es socialiste, toi?
Je suis un prolétaire comme toi. La seule façon d'éviter la guerre, c'est d'organiser la classe ouvrière de l'Allemagne, de la France et de l'Angleterre. C'est nous qui allons au casse-pipe, pas les politiciens.
Dis ce que tu veux, mais si les Allemands nous poussent à bout, on va reprendre l'Alsace et la Lorraine.
Mais tu n'y comprends rien. Ça ne se fait plus avec l'épée, la guerre moderne. Ça serait un massacre. On n'est plus en 1870.
Excuse-moi, j'ai du travail. Mais ton idée m'intéresse. On continuera cette conversation plus tard.
I love listening to the conversations. I love them. And once again, remind...
Go out to the salon. Wait a minute. I don't know where you wanted to travel before you go to just write in your book. You could do that at home. Thank you, Sophie, for that profound reflection on traveling and writing.
Bonsoir, mademoiselle.
Oh, I know. You're angry because of Josephine, aren't you? You can invite the whole crowd for all I care. They come to the island anyway once they know you were there. Is that what you're writing in your book? Let me see. If you want to spy on what I'm writing, you'll have to do it when I'm not around. Je m'en fiche de ce que tu écris. Fais ce que tu veux. Moi, je vais au salon.
So the woman that there's two women
Excuse me,
traveling in this
Monsieur Whitney.
compartment, and
Would you open my compartment, please?
one of them will come out in a minute.
Mademoiselle.
Those women, one of them is a real writer who really existed.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
When next time we see her, I'll read her bio for you, but it's based on a real writer. Okay, so let's go to the salon. We can see these two talking, and we can eavesdrop a little bit, and then I think we're gonna make our way to bed.
When I saw you in London, I thought you were English.
Not really.
Yes, really.
My wife is English. Perhaps because of this.
It's more than that. It's the way you dress, the way you carry yourself. And of course, you speak English so beautifully. I would never have believed you were German.
Is that so? But really, Miss Wolf, your own English is also very good.
So we heard
I
that
could go on talking like this forever. But I'm so tired. I can hardly keep my eyes open.
I too wish you could go on talking forever.
Good night, Herr Schmidt.
All right, so I'm going to take a moment to read something really quick. I'm going to go out here because I don't want time to pass while I'm talking about this. Kyrian just said, for anyone who wishes to know, Alsace-Lorraine was a highly disputed region between France and Germany that Germany annexed in the 1870s and would go back to France after World War II. Now, this game is historically important because this game is based in the 5 days before Arch Ferdinand's assassination, which led to the beginning of World War I in 1914. This game is based on those 5 important days. So anytime that anyone wants to put in facts that you happen to be Googling or whatnot in chat, to help us flesh out the world and keep reminding you that these are real events that really happened, then it's like a history lesson as well as an incredibly awesome murder mystery. So let's see if we can see the woman come into the smoking car here. See if she comes in. She's not. Oh, there she is. Oh, there they both are. Okay, so they're coming into the smoking compartment here, and I'm gonna stand up so you can see them. Okay, so these two women here are pretty important. The woman in the red is, let me just show you real quickly here. History and characters. Her name is Rebecca Norton. She's a young upper-class Englishwoman. Rebecca has escaped from a stifling London environment and is on her first adventure abroad with her dashing friend, Sophie. Although native and inexperienced, Rebecca is observant and intelligent. She keeps a diary and will one day become a famous journalist. Sophie, I'll read you her bio as well too. Sophie, the one in the pink here. A young, attractive French woman, Sophie is a provocative, spoiled girl living a privileged and indolent bohemian life. She's indifferent to politics. Only personal intrigue interests her. Her intelligence is, I'm going to go this way and turn around so we can see them. There we go. Her intelligence is of the highly practical and social kind. For the moment, she's happy to be with Rebecca, but she keeps an eye out for other excitements. Ironically, although Rebecca is destined to become a great writer, it is Sophie who will achieve success first in the 1920s by writing a best-selling gossip book under a pseudonym. If you would like me to, I think I will actually just go ahead and read some of the bios as we run into the characters, because it'll really help you flesh out the world. It's so interesting. In compartment, let's see, August Schmidt, who is right here. He is a German industrialist from humble beginnings. August Schmidt has built an empire from metal and arms manufacturing, one of the rising industrialists of the new Germany. He follows political developments very closely, looks forward to prosperous times. He is also a gourmand and an appreciator of beauty in all its forms. So as we run into more people, or I pass their compartments over the course of this Let's Play, I will read their bios to flesh out for you. All right. Drew, is that true? Drew just wrote that World War I ended on November 11th at 11:11 a.m. Everybody's slurping. August Schmidt is going to go back to his compartment. All right. And the girls aren't really gossiping too much, so I don't think we're going to get too much out of them. But what I would like to do before we go to bed is take a look at one more article. I want to flesh this Let's Play, this series out, this live stream out, with as much real history as I can. So let's read. Plus, I know how much you guys enjoy. Drew is saying that's what the internet says. Then it's true. Yeah, Kyrian is saying Europeans call November 11th Armistice. Americans call it Veterans Day. So there's a little fact for you. Thank you, Drew. All of those facts are really helpful, so continue to bring them on. Okay, so let's read about... Since there's some Russian aspects going on here, and in honor of Heather, who's not here right now, somebody go ping Heather. You guys in Discord know what I'm talking about. But in any case, uh-oh. Did you guys hear that glass break? Somebody in the back is messing up there. Let's see, what was that? Just in the kitchen, I think.
Plus fine, étrange, j'ai dit. T'es bouché ou dur de la feuille?
Pardon, désolé, il n'y a que des carottes.
Espèce d'incapable. Oh, même les choses les plus simples sont trop dures à comprendre pour ta petite tête. Oh, excuse me, monsieur. Step right this way, monsieur. Good evening, monsieur.
Kyrian just said, who said video games can't teach you anything? So yeah, we were gonna read a little bit before bed. So yeah, since there's a lot of Russian aspects going on in this game, we have the Russian poem, we have the Count Tatiana and the Count Obleski. Let's read about the Russian strike. The Russian strike. Ringleaders arrested by police. Men locked out by masters. From our own correspondent in St. Petersburg, July 23rd. The local strike committee, numbering 30 persons, including the editorial staffs of 2 labor newspapers, was arrested last night by the police. The strike, nevertheless, continues today and is apparently still spreading. The local authorities believe that the movement is being directed from Paris, one of its objects being to interfere with President Poincaré's visit. I'm curious, I don't know who President Poincaré is. Probably the president of the French at that time. Which is distasteful to the French socialists. Only a few optimists, however, believe that with the departure of Monsieur Ponquer's tonight, the strike will come to an end. The employers have decided on a fortnight's general lockout. An extraordinary meeting of the Council of Ministers has been summoned for tomorrow. Bye, Jay. Poo in car? Okay. Heather, you have been summoned. We're reading about Russian strikes in Poincaré. They're telling me how to pronounce this name. Poincaré. Got it. Hiya, Heather. Heather, you're like the only person, like you and Parker, that actually gets summoned to live streams. But I thought you might be interested in this Russian part here. Let's see. I'll read that last paragraph again. The employers have decided on a fortnight's general lockout. An extraordinary meeting of the Council of Ministers has been summoned for tomorrow. It is practically certain that large numbers of troops will be ordered from the camp at Krasnye Solo in order to protect the mill property during the lockout. Sterner measures, however, are required to put an end to the anarchy and hooliganism into which the strike movement has degenerated. Anarchy and hooliganism. Ooh. The police and the Cossacks, acting under strict orders, have hitherto refrained from bloodshed. Volleys were fired last night, but only a few people were slightly wounded. The only death so far reported is that of a woman who was fatally wounded yesterday by a stray bullet from a policeman's revolver. Oh no. Who had been brutally beaten by the crowds and managed while lying upon the pavement to draw his weapon. Oh my goodness. Wow, things are rough in Russia in 1914 on July 23rd. The tolerance shown by the government towards disturbers of public order is causing much surprise. The Novos Vremya records. Do you know what that is, Heather? No worries, Kaylin. Speak as you wish to, but I'll know you're here. The Novos Vremya records with the liveliest satisfaction. Oh, records with the liveliest satisfaction the altered tone of the Swedish press in connection with the forthcoming visit of Monsieur Poincaré to Stockholm, and seizes the opportunity to assure the Swedes that Russia does not harbor any unfriendly designs against their country. So there's a little bit of background on Russia during the Russian strike in July 23rd, 1914. I'll keep saying it throughout the Let's Play for those of you, because I know it'll be tiring to hear it, but it's important for people who are just coming in that is real history. Okay, what time is it? It is 10:30. Time for a man who has done a lot. So the conductor is sleeping. Can you imagine? That was their job. They didn't get a bed. They had to sleep upright in a chair. Look at this. So you too can be summoned if you become a patron like Heather is, and join us on Discord, and we all get to know you, and then when something happens in a game that we know you will like, we'll head over to Discord and summon you too. We know how much Heather likes Russian history and culture, and so whenever anything happens Russian oriented, we're like, hey Heather! Because we're like, I don't know, we're like a group of friends.
Have a good sleep.
Oh, actually, you know what? I just realized I'm going the wrong way. Why am I going this way? My compartment is back here. I knew that. So it's time for bed. I don't think there's too much else that we can do at this point. except for just head on to bed. You could wander around the train, read newspaper stuff. I read the newspaper, the whole thing, so I mean, it took me a lot of time to do that when I first played through the first couple times. Okay, so this is the box that we found here with Tyler's body. Empty, just reminding you of that. And so let's brush our teeth because dental hygiene is important. Let's turn on the water. Rinse out with a bit of water and this wonderful, these were not plastic. These were real crystal glasses on the Orient Express. No plastic. Okay. Oh wait, no electronic toothbrushes back then. Floss. Bye, Claire. Okay, everybody floss before bed. All right, so let's go to sleep at this point. We will pull out our bed. The tomorrow night our bed will be made for us, but we couldn't have it made for us by the conductor because there was a dead body in it. What are you gonna do? So at this point we're just gonna go to sleep and I think it's Ralph. Oh, conflicting addiction just put some more information in chat. She says that Novye Vremya was a Russian newspaper published in St. Petersburg from 1868 to 1970. Can you guys believe how much detail? How much, I mean, to know that little detail? And this game was done, it wasn't done before the internet, but it was done, I think, before Wikipedia. When did Wikipedia come around? This game was done in 1997, so he had to do this like the hard way, like actually going to the library. All I can say is that Jordan Mechner is a genius. He's a freaking genius. Anyway. Jasmine's like, life happens. Sometimes you need to put dead bodies in your bed. What are you gonna do? All right, so let's see. Can I go to bed here? How do I go to bed? Oh, there we go. So I just clicked on it to, yeah, I've played this game 20 times and I still can't remember anything, like nothing. Okay, so at this point the bed is made. Look how nice it looks. Look at our bed. Isn't it lovely? Man, I would love to go on the Orient Express. The Orient Express still exists, by the way. It's a modern version of it, but it still exists. So let's go to sleep, and before we do, I know how much Ralph wanted to see this. So let me just look up how you can see an Easter egg that involves the conductor juggling heads. So let's do that. Okay, Ypernay to Strasbourg. In the morning we will arrive in Munich. Let's see, is there anything else? There we go. Okay, cat's dream. To sleep, perchance to dream. Oh, we have to also peruse the... We have to go quick. It just told me something that we have to do that is really important. We have to turn around here and double book it to the conductor's area before he gets back, because we want to steal his notes. And the book just reminded me of that. Okay, we're gonna scoot back here, double quick back here, double quick back here. And while the conductor is gone is the only time we can do this. Bar de Luc. Is it here? No. No. No, this way. Is it back here? Oh, this takes us to the back of the train, but this is not where I want to go. Crap. I'll have to rewind if I can't get this in time, but I'm trying to remember how to do this. Oh, there it is. His notes, right there. Okay. So, he's going to come back and spy on us here. But the important things to note here, it's hard to... Uh-oh.
Excuse me, monsieur. May I escort you back to the dining car?
Okay, so let's rewind time a little bit. So that we can be here when he goes out to announce the stop. So let's rewind to... there, I guess. We'll not worry about making our bed. There's the conductor asleep. So that strategy guide tells you all kinds of things that even after I played the game and completed it, you know, I don't know, 10, 15 times or whatever, I was like, oh my God, I didn't know you could do that. The game can be completed perfectly well without the guide, but you all the little details you kind of miss. So there's the conductor. So what I'm going to do is wait. For him to call. It's called the Venice Simplon Orient Express is what it's called. Probably because it does. Is that because it starts in Venice? Just sleep in the bathroom. Okay, so where was I?
The baggage car is off limits. Please return to the dining car.
So we have to be in the dining car. Okay, so here we go. So he just passed us and we'll wait till he leaves so it's not so freaking obvious what we're about to do. We're just standing around the dining car looking like doo-doo-doo, filling up the salt and pepper shakers. Okay, so here we go. So the important things are there we go. Okay, so you can scan the train master's report that sits on his desk table. There's not much of interest, it says here, unless you have an interest in turn of the century train material checklists. But there is one thing, I think. Somewhere in here, there's something that you can click on. I could have sworn that there was one thing in here that is of importance to the story. And you know what? I don't even know if you guys could read this. It's in French, first of all. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, it does show a lot of how the train is set up in French, you know, but you can get a basic idea of it. And it's another one of those things that's a nice little touch that... Oops, wrong way. A nice little touch that... Ah! Sorry. A nice little touch that is, can't get out of here. Oh, for frick's sake. Am I doing this wrong?
Monsieur, the baggage car is
he's gonna boot us out anyway.
Please, return to the dining car.
I got stuck. I couldn't figure out how to turn around. Sometimes, because of the way the screen is so narrow, it's hard to tell which direction you're facing in. Okay, so, I thought there was something of importance there, but there wasn't. But at least you now know that you can go look at that if you have curiosity about trains and can speak French. All right, so let's head on back to our room. It's time to sleep. We will go to our room now. When I played this game, sometimes I would close my eyes and imagine myself as Robert Cath and opening the door and walking into our compartment and wondering what everything looked like and smelled like. Oh, this game, I love this game. Okay, so let's hit it. I'm just hoping that this continues to bring support, you know, let people know that this game exists and buy it, you know, as a gift for someone else or whatever. Okay, so you can stay awake all night waiting for something to happen. The game does allow you to do that. But it's pointless and nothing really happens. To sleep, it won't allow you to sleep until you've done all of the following in any order. Met Auguste, fought Milo, thrown Tyler's body out the window, and made the bed. Or let the conductor make the bed. And then... I'm just trying to look up real quick the Hey Ralph, how do you do that? There's something like you click on the bell 3 times or something like that. It's not showing me here. There's an Easter egg I want to show you before we go to sleep. I think it is click on the bell 3 times. Anyway, let's go on to sleep and to sleep, perchance to dream. Thank you, Charlene. By the way, who wants to sleep in a place where there's been like a dead body? There's blood all over the sheets. It's disgusting. Jeez. Ooh, what happening? This is exciting. Robert's eyes open. It's eerily quiet. The train isn't moving. I wonder what's going on. I don't know if Ralph's still here, but first of all, oh, Ralph just came back. So Ralph, I'm gonna try and show you the Easter egg. I think if I remember, it's like press this bell 3 times. This one here. No. This one here? No. This one here? No. Okay. Well, I guess I can't press the bell. Is this where the Easter egg happens? Excuse me one moment while I quickly look it up. There's a way to see some juggling of a guy's head and stuff. It'll show us in here, so it must not be here. It must not be this night. It's probably some other night. I've seen it before. It's creepy. Just quickly looking this up. Everybody talk amongst yourselves. That's too bad. I don't see it in here. The top bell? Oh, okay. Addiction's saying the top bell. That's this bell. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3. Let's go out and see what happens. Okay, this is not family friendly, I warn you. Okay, that's it. That's the Easter egg. And if you try to get closer to him, it'll just move you back down the corridor in strange ways. Isn't that weird? Okay, Ralph, are you happy? Okay, that's it. That's it. And if you turn around, no matter which way you turn, you're always in front of your cabin. Like if you go down here and then you turn, it's back to cabin number 1. So it's like super trippy land. Like if you can go down here, for example, and it won't let you move. Do you see? That's all it is. It's just... Thank you, Charlene. Okay, so is everybody happily creeped out now? Can we stop looking at the juggling head, dude? Okay, that was it.
Why don't you make it sing?
Okay, so we are at Strasbourg. The train has stopped. Let's look out the window and see if we can see anything. Oh, the train's moving, so I guess we're just gonna hang outside the window and wave at people in Strasbourg. Hey, Strasbourg! Hey! Alexei is not in his bed. What's going on? Where could he be? This is how you do it on a train, you know, if you're cool and uber cool and stuff, you just like, you know. Close the window, because it makes a loud noise if you don't. Okay. What's going on? So the conductor's asleep. So let's just go up and down and see what's happening. Something's happening. Alexei's gone from his bed, so I want to know where he is. It's 3:38. 3:40. Right here. Yeah, 3:39. Exact, this game is. This conductor's asleep, so what's happening? Let's see what, I think she's in apartment F, let's see. You know, I could have sworn I had a... I got the, anyway, I guess I didn't. The passenger manifest, I could have sworn I got it. Maybe we forgot to get it when I rewound. There's music coming. Okay, let's, knock.
I saw your light. I thought you might be having trouble sleeping.
I had a bad nightmare. It woke me up.
Can I come in?
Why not?
Why, hello, puppers.
Make yourself comfortable. I'm sorry the place is a mess.
Do you always carry a gun on your concert tours?
A woman traveling alone has to be careful.
I would have thought Max was enough protection.
You are not Tyler Whitney. Who are you?
My name is Robert Cath.
What do you want?
Tyler Whitney was a friend of mine.
What's that supposed to mean? Maxel, bleib hier. Sitz.
There's a man in Russian having difficulty, or having difficulty in Russian. Let's follow her, find out what's going on.
Let me through.
What's happening?
Слышите, как они поют? Таня, посмотри на его руки. Они покрыты шерстью, черной шерстью. Неужели ты не видишь?
Vasily!
What are you doing? What kind of a doctor are you?
Тебя-то я знаю. Ты за мною пришел, убийца. Таня, подай мне нож. Я вырежу его сердце и скормлю волкам.
Dedushka! Oh, don't listen to him. He doesn't know what he's saying.
Vasily Alexandrovich!
Who are you?
Who are you?
Set it down over there.
Mais pour l'amour du ciel, que signifient ces cris? C'est impossible de dormir dans
I guess we know
Give
how
us a
to...
key and give him a cup every 4 hours. Can you do that?
Yes. What on earth is the matter?
Let's clear out. Let him sleep.
Vous avez entendu le docteur. Tout le monde dehors. Il faut le laisser se reposer.
Miss Tatiana, could I speak with you?
Oh, ça c'est rien.
I don't want to frighten you, but I think someone went into my compartment while I was at dinner. No. Would you think I was very silly if I asked you to keep it for me, just until we reach Vienna?
No, of course not. I would be glad to.
You mustn't tell anybody. It will be our secret. Excuse me.
Pardon me.
Hello, Christian. Welcome. So, what you just overheard there, I don't know if you're able to hear it, is Anna Wolf asking Tatiana to hold something for her. Let's see if Tatiana will let us open the door. Oh, she's not there. Oh. Anna Wolf just went into Tatiana's room. Eavesdropping is the name of this game.
Excuse me.
Pardon me.
And she just came out again.
Good night, Miss Wolf.
Good night, Mr. Whitney.
All right, well, Tatiana is not answering.
Excuse me, monsieur. That is Miss Tatiana Obalanskaya's compartment.
Obalanskaya's up compartment. I like that, how he says that. So I don't think we can... He's sleeping, so we can't...
Excuse me, monsieur. That is Count Obalansky's compartment. Yours is in the next sleeping car.
So, Jasmine, the answer to your question is, Tatiana, this is Count Obalansky's compartment. This is Tatiana Obalanskaya's, I should say, compartment. And Anna Wolf just asked Tatiana to hold something for her and went into her compartment where they conversed. We couldn't overhear what it was, so there's not much else we can do now. So the fact that she says, oh, I don't know if you noticed that, but when she went by and we said goodnight to her, and she said, "Good night, Mr. Whitney," that means that she's keeping the secret that Robert Cath, our character, is actually not Tyler Whitney. Because remember, she just confronted him with the gun and said, "You're not Tyler Whitney, who are you?" So that was a significant exchange. Ralph, you're funny. Okay, so at this point we are going to go back to the room, and seems like the brouhaha is over. But what do you think that meant? A dead Tyler Whitney, that dream we had of a dead Tyler Whitney raising up from his bed and spitting out that egg. That seems really strange. What do you guys think that's about? Okay, so let's go on in. And at this point, we can go to sleep because a lot of things are going to happen in the morning. Let's just go to sleep and then we'll take a break. And in the morning, we will actually, you know what? No, because there's a cutscene that happens I want to see later. So let's take a break here. Once again, for those of you guys playing this game later on, and you can see our trip is as we travel along. These are rewind points here, as you can see. But I'm going to put myself on the screen here. And before I do that, actually, I'm going to say for those of you on YouTube watching later that I am so glad you joined me. If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit the thumbs up button below. And if you loved it, join the party and subscribe. I'll see you back here on the Orient Express in the next episode as we head into Munich. And, as always, thank you so much for watching. For those of you in chat, hang with me because we are going to go to break. And I'm going to close out the game here. And Dent is saying that he loves this game. Wonderful. You thought it was a ping pong ball? Kyrian, who's very smart, says, Sorry, my cat was doing something that distracted me for a second there. Maybe the egg is related to the Fabergé egg on the menu screen? Kyrian, you so smart. You smart. Kaylin says she keeps falling in love with the details. Yeah. So we're gonna I will go and look at that during the break. Absolutely, Dent. So we're going to take a break, and it'll be a 15 minute break. Go to the bathroom, get some tea. If you're asleep, roll over and try the other thing. Mr. Jessa, he's downstairs actually. I just heard him opening a door and closing a door. He watches, but you know, in the background. That kind of stuff. Sometimes he watches, sometimes he plays his guitar. So, yeah, all right. So let's go to break. I'm going to put on some music and take us out to the break. I have lots of screens of the Last Express up. And when we come back, we will head into Munich. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you soon. Bye. See you after the break. Bye. Oops. I got excited and pushed the stop button before the end of the song, but that's okay because welcome back, and I am Jessa. Hello. We have a different setup today because the camera has changed around over here and the guys are on this side of the screen, and so, you know, what are you gonna do? But that's okay because that's all right, because I'm going to play it again because Drew is right. I love this song, but I'm way too tired and my low back is hurting for some reason. It keeps aching. I was considering taking some pain pills, but I didn't want them to make me sleepy during the stream, so I'm just going to kind of deal with it. Hi, Jason. Welcome back, everybody. But you know what? I love this song so much. Let's listen to it again one more time. This is my groove thang song. This is Kenlin's song, I mean. Kenlin's Groove. It's from Epidemic Sound, where I get all my royalty-free music in. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I could use a heat pack. You know what? That's actually a really good idea. I'm gonna do that. while the music is playing. This is all the dance I've got in me today. That's like a super good idea, Joe. Rather than sitting here and suffering. Even when I don't feel good, I can still get some groove out of this. Jessa's battle mix. Yep. That's why I'm not taking meds, Charlene, because I'll fall asleep on the stream. Okay, now you end the song. Don't jump the song ends, you know? Joe just said that, I should get a heat pack. He's running up here to get me a heat pack. He comes running up the stairs. One of the funniest things he ever did, I hope he doesn't mind me saying this on the internet to like a gazillion people, but, he was being silly and the phone rang and he was downstairs and the phone is upstairs in our library up here. And he's crawling behind me so that he doesn't show up on the camera.
No, I'm not. I'm not here.
Do you hear him? Hey.
It's not me. I couldn't possibly be here. I'm dead at the moment.
No, ladies, you can't have him. He's all mine. All right, ladies. Yeah, actually you can have him.
It's not me.
And thank you for watching and good night.
For my first encore.
He literally just crawled behind me to plug in the heating pad. Okay, that's funny. So if you want to know what my marriage is like, that was it. That is exactly what my marriage is like. We basically do that all day long. Like today, we're doing it with a little less energy because both of us don't feel good. So I just went downstairs during break and I was like, I don't feel good. And he was like, I don't feel good. And I said, there's a nap in my future. And he said, there's a nap in my future too. So he's going to go get us dinner because I'm not cooking anything forget it. It's not happening. I cooked last night. Great meal, but not tonight. Okay, so give me a minute. So let me put this on, okay? You can see here that we run a really professional outfit. Here at the Jessa Channel, you can expect high quality entertainment on a regular basis. You know, Charlene, I'm gonna do my best to keep going. But yeah, I won't be doing any more work tonight. I'm sticking a heating pad down my backside. Yeah, it's just, you know, the Jessa Channel is like a really... I'll tell him that today. I'll tell him. If he's not in chat and watching already, he'll see it himself. But I did marry the best. He is really an exceptional human being. He's a great man. I tell people, and this is quite true, our first date lasted 12 hours just talking. We started out at a restaurant, which is down the way from here, and then I felt he was safe, you know, because I'm so very, you guys know in Discord, I'm very focused on safety and particularly my home, where I lived alone for many years before he moved in with me. You know, I wasn't going to invite just any old guy back to my house or anything. I felt he was safe. Plus I knew his family. That's how I met him, is through his family. His sister was my friend before, who's now my sister-in-law, who's now my sister. But in any case, our first date lasted 12 hours. Our second date lasted 2 days. Like, it just kept going. And our third date, honestly, is still going. Like, he just came over and he just didn't leave. Like, he was living in his mom's cabin at the time, a family cabin, which has since been sold. But in any case, which is on, he grew up down south of here in this property, this big property, farm property type place. Is incredibly beautiful, where his family still lives. And in any case, the third date, what he would do, he just came over and then he just never left. He just kept going back to the cabin and coming back the next day with like some clothes and a paper bag. Seriously. He comes sporting in with a paper bag. And he just never left. And then he just kept bringing more stuff over until one day he just said, let's just go over and get the rest of my stuff. And so we did. And that was it. Anyway. All right. So yeah, everybody always says, well, some of you guys say on chat every time that you want a relationship like that. And I've talked about it in live simming. I did not put this one on YouTube because it was private. But I have shared with some of you guys, and if the rest of you guys want to know more stuff I give join me on Discord. That's where you get the full, I mean, you know, I give you, you know, I did a video, Kyrian and Renee asked for a video on manifestation, so I gave them a video on that. So yeah, Patreon is the place to go to join me. And join Discord, where it's become very nice over there. It's very, very pleasant over on Discord. All right. So heating pad in, that feels so much better. Thank you, Charlene. Charlene is like, boom. I say Patreon and she's like, link it. And Joe too. Oh, that's awesome. If you guys want to know how to become one of my mods, you have to learn how to link like that. You have to learn how to link in 2.2 seconds. Okay, so that's awesome. All right. So, by the way, hug your mods. Love your mods. They work hard for me, and they do a great job. And they come as often as they can. Joe gets up early. They, and so love your mods, you guys. Hug your mods. They're wonderful human beings and very, very, without them, the Jessa Channel would not nearly be as professional without them. I would not be able to put on a good show without them. That's the honest truth. Okay, so let's get back into the game. Which I have to remember how to do. So sick. I don't feel good. I don't feel good. This is the noise I make when I don't feel good. I go, I don't feel good. And then, and then my husband goes, oh, boo. And I go, yeah, I don't feel good. And things continue on thusly. All right, so let's whip up the game here. And as always, I'll do an intro for you two. Ooh, Patrick, that's high compliments. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Jasmine. Yep. So if I get a chance this month, because I still have the website to work on, which you guys have helped me with, the patrons have helped me with. And oh yeah, post your mascots. And I will design and order a t-shirt that says love your mods and reveal it on stream. Like I've promised to, and hopefully I'll be able to get that done within the next couple of weeks. Because that, and then if you guys want a t-shirt, I'll make some so you guys to order some as well too, but love your mods. Because I love my mods. Charlene, do you get treated as well on the other stream that you're on? That you're a mod on? Do they love you as much as I love you? They better. All right, so, no worries, Heather. Thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it. Thank you for coming as to answering the summons. Okay, so let's head back into it. Hey there. You're watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube live as we play The Last Express. And we have traveled from Paris to Strasbourg. And we're going to sleep and then wake up in Munich in the morning. And in the last episode, we asked Tatiana to translate our Russian poem. The Countess Obolinskaya, the Count Obolinskaya had a seizure, a strange seizure. We had a nightmare involving Tyler Whitney with an egg in his mouth. How weird is that? And also for kicks and giggles, we saw a conductor juggling 3 of his heads, beheaded. So it was very family friendly. It wasn't family friendly. Don't let your kids watch that, I swear. Anyway, we're going to head back on to our journey and continue on the Orient Express. By the way, it is June 23rd, 1914. Let's head to sleep and hope for no more nightmares. So, by the way, we always choose mascots on our Friday pajama streams. By the way, I am wearing my pajamas. Look, YouTube, my pajamas, which I'm not taking off for the rest of the day. I had a shower and then I put my pajamas right back on. And I'm going to bed after this live stream because I'm a bit sick. But Jasmine picked a, Jasmine, what is that? I can't see what that is. Let me see. Oh, that's an elephant. So small on the tablet. But anyway, Kaylin, you're funny. So everybody in chat is really enjoying this game, as am I, and you can see why it is my favorite game of all time. Has not yet been toppled. And it is morning. Let's take a look out the window. It's a nice, beautiful day. Our first day on the Orient Express. And let's head out for breakfast, shall we? There's the women there. Oh, by the way, let me pull up the guide that I'm using. That there we go. That will help us with every part of the game and all the fun things there are to do in the game. So let's loiter in the red car.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour.
Milos.
There goes Milos.
Me.
I wonder where he was. At about 8:30. Okay. All right, I'm gonna back up, rewind just a little bit. You can rewind different things. And as I told you, you can not rewind different things. You can rewind the timeline. And then if you rewound, you can also fast forward as far as you've gone ahead, back to where we were. But I want to rewind because I don't want to miss a conversation. So I'm gonna, oh, look at the train. Look at the train outside, Munich. Oh my gosh, I love this game. Oh, this game.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Milos?
Okay, so
Milos.
goes back to his compartment, and we'll talk to him in just a minute, but I'm
Pardon me?
gonna stand around here and hope for a conversation with our poor conductor who had a long and rough night. Okay. Bye, Drew. Hello, Queen. Welcome. Queen's mascot is... Issy's mascot is a piglet. Oh, look at the little piglet. Hi, Issy. How long have you been with us? He's so cute, it's Piggy. Okay, so there's a...
Bonjour, monsieur.
Est-ce que vous avez trouvé un passe-partout?
Non. Vous avez perdu votre clé?
Hier
This
soir,
is really
pendant la
important.
crise du comte Obolensky. Elle est peut-être tombée de ma poche pendant la confusion.
Cette clé ouvre toutes les portes du train. Je ne voudrais pas paraître suspicieux, mais est-il possible que l'un des passagers vous l'ait volé?
C'est difficile à croire. Enfin, qui?
Peut-être l'Américain. Il a l'air d'un fauteur de troupe. Je l'ai souvent vu traîner dans le couloir.
Le docteur?
Il était là, hier soir, dans le compartiment du comte.
He's talking about us.
Il y avait tant de monde, il aurait pu profiter de la confusion pour vous la voler.
Il n'y avait pas tant de monde. Juste Madame Wolf et Mademoiselle Tatiana. De toute façon, la clé a disparu. Soyez attentifs.
Très bien, monsieur.
They suspect us. I'm disappointed.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Yeah, you big... Yeah. Issy, you've been here the entire stream? I think this is the first time you spoke, though. Well, I'm so glad you're here. That made me mad. They suspect us. I mean, yes, we're a criminal, but still. Okay, so at this point, we're gonna knock on... That's Anna's door. We're gonna knock on Milos's door because we just saw him come home. Home, you know, back to his compartment.
Come in.
Come in.
Milos, we need to talk.
Pazi, možda je naoružan.
August Schmidt thinks I'm Tyler. I went along with it to keep the game going. Now I want to know what the game is.
Nemoj ništa da mu govoriš.
On je bre ženo Tylerov prijatelj.
Tebi je svako prijatelj.
Come on, sit down. Have you heard of unity or death?
Sure. That's Harvard's motto. Or is it the post office?
Unity or death is a sacred vow. Crna ruka, we have all taken it. Tyler too.
He always liked that sort of thing.
He gave his life for this. Tyler came to us in the winter. We were hiding in the mountains of Bjelašnica, north of Sarajevo.
Šta se njega tiče gde je Bjelašnica?
A hoćeš ti mene ženska glava da pustiš da govorim? When Tyler came, we had no food, no guns, nothing. Tyler brought us guns.
What did Tyler want from August Schmidt?
Tyler was given a mission by the general himself. It was a great treasure that belonged to the Serbian people.
What was it?
It was called the Firebird. I never saw it. Tyler was to sell it for gold to buy the guns from the German. If the German finds out that we have lost the gold, everything is lost. You must tell him that we have the gold and that we want to buy the guns.
Why should I help you cheat August Schmidt?
Cheat him? How can you speak of cheating a German? The Germans are taking our land, the food from our children. We are like slaves in our own land. Tyler understood this. If you betray us, you betray the cause he died for.
It's your cause, not mine.
Da ga ubijemo odmah.
Zabranjujem ti, on je bio Tylerov prijatelj.
Ti ćeš ga pustiti da izađe odavde? Ti si veća budala nego što sam mislila.
Oh, by the way, Herr Schmidt mentioned that he was having some merchandise put on the train at Munich. So long. Madame?
That is one angry woman.
Pardon.
Pardon me.
Okay, so she's taken off. I'm curious to know where she's going.
Pardon.
So let's follow these ladies, everybody, to make our way to breakfast. It's a busy train this morning. Everybody's coming and going. Okay, so there's the conductor going by. There's Tatiana. Let's talk to her too. But I'm really curious. Do you guys see that the Milos's friend, she took off and we can't see her, so I don't know where she went. She probably went to try and spy a little bit while the baggage conductor was gone. Anyway, there's two people we can talk to at breakfast, and one was, did we miss him? Did he disappear? Oh, he left. Okay, let's back up a little bit. Well, not that much. Crap, I missed him. Hey, Herr Schmidt. Hey, Herr Schmitty. Schmitty, come back. Oh, well. Okay, so I'm gonna have to rewind more than I want to, but that's okay because you don't have to listen to the whole conversation with Milos again. I think we can skip through it. There we go.
Milos, we need to talk.
Pazi, možda je naoružan.
August Schmidt thinks I'm Tyler. I went along with it to keep the game going. Now I want to know what the game is.
Or not.
Izvoli.
Pardon me.
Oh, wait, no. Right click. Right mouse click to skip the conversation. Okay, so I want to follow her because I don't know where she's going and I don't like it.
Excusez-moi, monsieur. Excusez-moi, monsieur.
And we go through everybody going to dinner and breakfast and whatever the heck they're doing, to the bathroom. Well, I just see him. Let's talk to August Schmidt.
Good morning, Herr Schmidt. I hope all that shouting didn't wake you up last night.
Shouting? What shouting?
Guess not.
Okay, so Herr Schmidt didn't hear any shouting, so okay. Let's talk to Tatiana.
Good morning. How is your grandfather?
He's sleeping.
Good. Don't forget the tea.
I won't. I want to thank you for what you did. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't been there.
Has he been ill for long?
I don't know. I've been living in France. Grandfather came to bring me home to Russia. I knew he wasn't well, but I have written out your poem.
Thank you, Tatiana.
Excuse me.
It seems she and Alexei know each other.
После нанесенного вами оскорбления с дедушкой случился приступ. По-моему, вы горды тем, что причинили мучения старику.
If Vasily Alexandrovich suffers, it's because of his own guilty conscience. I only spoke the truth.
How dare you!
Мадемуазель Татьяна, вы олицетворяете надменность, присущую вашему классу.
Вы сами выходите из того же класса.
Я? Вряд ли. Во всяком случае, это несущественно. Я посвятил свою жизнь строительству бесклассового общества.
Значит, дедушка был прав? Вы в самом деле либерал?
Я
думал, что за 4 года пребывания в Париже вы хоть чему-нибудь научились. Видать, буржуазная система образования готовит девушек лишь для замужества, и вы наверняка были надежно защищены. от всего даже отдаленных, пленающего идеи.
Алексей, зачем вы так говорите? В детстве мы каждый день играли у реки. Неужели вы забыли?
Я помню. That time no longer exists. Good day.
Oh, that is really sad. Alexei and Tatiana were played together as children, and now he's a... Hey, wait a minute. There she goes. Where you going, lady? Why do you keep going back and forth there? Where are you going? And then she disappears and you can't see her. She just kind of moves kind of quickly. So I'm not sure why she keeps going back there, but it's making me nervous. Ah, and her compatriots here. So we had a delicious breakfast of Belgian waffles and scrambled eggs and crisp bacon, or rashers, I think you call them in England. And what else do we have? I'm hungry.
Excuse me?
Okay, so with the cold hard truth, and Alexei is got something going on with the whole thing we read last night in the paper. And by the way, these guys won't talk to us at all. See how she just came from back there? What's she been doing? What have you been doing?
Pardon me.
Pardon me. I don't like you, sister. You and I are gonna have words. Like persnickety and acadopterygian and foibles. Okay, here come the ladies from breakfast. You can eavesdrop in their cabin before they come to breakfast. I think there's some interesting conversations that happen. But they're having another cup of tea.
What were you writing all morning?
Oh,
Just my diary.
I thought it must be a novel. You were writing such a long time. When can
let's
I
just
read
blatantly
it?
You won't
spy on
read
them.
my diary.
Of course, unless it's a secret.
Well, it is, rather. No one's ever asked me before. I don't know what to say.
I'm just teasing you. It was just to see the look on your face.
Really? Sophie.
You were really funny. You would have thought I was asking to borrow money.
They said follow her, but two of you guys just said to follow the woman we don't like. She just goes back to her cabin. So it would have just been us walking along and watch her go back to her cabin. But throughout the day, she goes back and forth to the front of the train. Let's take a moment and read the newspaper.
Entschuldigung. Pardon me.
Hello, Herr Schmidt. I don't know why I don't like that guy. So I want to... Sometimes it's confusing to try and get... Oh, hey! I was about to read that. Alright, fine. Okay, let's see what else other trouble we can get into today as we progress the story. People's doors are open. Let's see. Did we get the translation for that? We did not. Did we? Oh, okay, yeah, we did. So let's read the translation for the Firebird. Just a moment here. Okay, the Firebird. This is a Russian poem for children that we found, just to remind you, in Tyler Whitney's bag. The person we are pretending to be, who ended up murdered at the beginning of the game. I love a game where the body shows up like right away. You don't have to go looking for it. It's just like, boom, dead body. Murder. I'm like, all right. You know, you turn on the game, murder, and I'm like, this is gonna be awesome. So the Firebird poem that Tyler Whitney had in his bag reads as thus in English. The Firebird. Every night in a far-off land, the Firebird stole golden apples from the royal garden. The old king said to Prince Ivan, "Go speak with the gray wolf and bring the Firebird to me. For I must hear him sing." Okay. "Gray wolf, where shall I go? Climb on my back and I will take you there. And I will, oh, see, look at that. See, little touches like that. The fact that the developers added in that she messed up and then fixed her translation. I love games that do that. It's totally not necessary to the story. In the desert heart of a vast southern land, and actually, you know what, before I do this, I think what I'm going to do, so we don't get interrupted, is I'm just going to go down here to our compartment, read it, and then I'm going to rewind time so we can catch a couple things that we may have missed while reading it. Just make things a little bit easier, a little bit less noisy. Excuse me. That's what happens when you drink on stream. Okay, so let's read our poem again. Let's try this again. The Firebird. Every night in a far-off land, the Firebird stole golden apples from the royal garden. The old king said to Prince Ivan, "Go speak with the gray wolf and bring the Firebird to me, for I must hear him sing. Gray wolf, where shall I go? Climb on my back and I will take you there, or I will take you." In the desert heart of a vast southern land hangs a cage of silver bells. On the red rock painted with the old shapes of Dreamtime. The bells rang out when Ivan seized it, but the Firebird had flown. Gray wolf, where shall I go? Climb on my back and I will take you. A world away lies a colder kingdom, ringed with blue. In a circle of ancient stones, the Firebird guards a horse with a golden mane. The Firebird vanished in a bright flash as Ivan grasped the reins. Gray wolf, where shall I go? Climb on my back and I will take you. On the rooftop of the world, oops, Elena sleeps under the Firebird's wing. One look at her and Prince Ivan forgot his quest. He kissed her and she rose. The Firebird watched them go. Gray wolf, where shall I go? Climb on my back and I will take you. They turned toward home and tired, on the wayside slept. His jealous brothers, seeing them, cut Ivan into 100 pieces. Ooh. Gray wolf, cried Elena, we must find.
Munich, 20 minutes d'arrêt, Munich.
Gray wolf, cried Elena, we must find the waters of life and death. Gray wolf, where shall I go? Climb on my back and I will take you. In the warm seas, under a cross of stars on a grassy island, stand the heads of silent gods looking ever outwards. There, Elena found the waters of life and death, and made Ivan whole. Grey Wolf, where shall I go? Climb on my back and I will take you to the city of the temple built by the son of David. When the blue doors opened, Ivan and Elena entered in, and there the Firebird waited to open his throat and sing to them. And so they dwelt in harmony all their lives, and each night the Firebird sang his story to them, until Death, the Destroyer, came and overtook them as they ran, and turned their bones to fire and then to dust. In typical, as Heather would say, Russian fashion, even their childhood poems are kind of depressing. So that is the whole thing, the whole tale of Ivan and Elena and their love, and how Ivan was torn apart and then brought back together, and they heard the song of the Firebird and then they died. So I'm going to rewind because that's going to have taken some time for us to do. So I'm going to go back to about here because there's a couple things that we want to do here. Oh, he did? Kyrian, tell your dad to type something. Hi, Kyrian's dad. Yeah, I know, Kaylin. I'm in complete agreement with you. So next thing that we need to do now, a couple things to note. There's a master key which is missing, and despite what the conductor so rudely said about us in French, yeah, I heard him. We did not steal that key. So there's a key to be found somewhere, and I want to find it. I suspect the Serbians, I think they're Serbs, yeah. Which I know there's a lot going on in Serbia, especially now in modern history. I do not mean any offense to the people from Serbia. I'm talking about those particular Serbians on this train. That sounds like such a racist thing. Not other Serbians, just those Serbians. So, God. Good night, Charlene. Thank you for coming, and thank you for modding. You have a good sleep. I'm going to be going right after this is done. I'm going to bed. Going to have dinner in bed, and then I'm going to sleep. So we need to find that key. And then also, there is, let's play a little game. This game is a pain in the butt, but it's important. So, we're going to first try and find that boy's whistle. So there's a boy going up and down the hallway with a whistle, and I want to talk to him. Just because I'm just curious about him. His name is Francois. Ah, there he is. Hey, Francois.
Je ne te ferai pas de mal.
I love how he just pops up like that. Hey, get back here, kid. Where are you going? You have something that I want. Where'd he go? People keep disappearing and I can't find him. Well, I'll just sit for him, wait and sit for him to come back. There we go.
Shall we order some
champagne? What's this?
Champagne? It's not even 10 o'clock. So what? You really are rather wonderful. Do you know that?
Francois was just playing with what sounded like a beetle on the floor, so maybe
overhearing you discuss champagne.
If we
That's
catch
I
this
know
beetle,
something about. May I invite you to join me in a bottle of Veuve Clicquot 1906?
Oh, we couldn't possibly. Oh, why? Thank you. You're very kind. Sophie?
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is August Schmidt.
Sophie de Breteuil. And this timid person is Mademoiselle Norton.
You are French?
I'm Bohemian.
Le
and
train
Mademoiselle
entre en gare de
Norton
Munich.
is English.
Munich.
Indeed.
20 minutes d'arrêt.
How far will you be
Munich.
traveling?
As far as possible. Thank you.
And you, Monsieur Auguste?
Schmidt. August Schmidt. I'm traveling on business, a simple transaction, and then back to Munich to my wife and children.
How lovely.
It's too bad your wife couldn't come with you.
Yes, it must be hard on her to have you away.
Oh well, she has the children. But It is true, I do travel a great deal. Are you ladies traveling alone?
No, I'm traveling with Sophie. And Sophie is traveling with me.
Ah, yes. Of course. You should go careful in these foreign countries. Two young ladies like yourself, in the East things are not always what they seem.
And you, Monsieur Auguste? Are you always what you seem?
Schmidt. Why? What do I seem?
To me, I think you seem like a man with many secrets.
Secrets? Me?
Oh, yes.
I will tell you, for me to be sitting here talking in this delightful way with two so enchanting and beautiful young ladies, this is a secret I would do better not to tell my wife.
Darling, I think I feel another one of my headaches coming on.
Oh no, you'd better lie down right away. It was a pleasure to meet you, Monsieur Auguste.
I
We'll
feel one
drink
of
that
my
champagne
headaches
another
coming
time,
on.
Yes?
You have my word of honor.
I think that headache is called the creeper headache. Oh, that's awesome. Jasmine just wants to walk up and just flick him. That's so funny. Yeah, I get those headaches too from time to time. You creeper doodle. Big fat cheater head. Okay, so Munich is coming up, so let's see if we can catch this beetle. If you don't play in this order, you might be like, why are we trying to catch this beetle? But later on, we'll try and get the whistle, and the kid will want something for it. So we're just going to save time and grab the beetle. This is a pain. It really is an absolute pain to do. We're going to take these matches out like this, and then you have to just sort of kind of keep clicking around. The beetle will move away from you, and it's just basically a click it game. It's a pain. There's no way to skip it either. Eventually you'll just get it. Okay, so that now gives us a beetle in a box here. A beetle in a box. Sounds like a avant-garde film about the Beatles and their... Anyway, whatever. Okay, so Munich is coming up and August Schmidt is making his way to
Herr
somewhere.
Whitney, soon we will arrive in München. Are you ready to proceed with our agreement?
The answer is yes, Herr Schmidt. Our deal is on.
We are arriving in Munich. He wants the gold, which...
Ladies and gentlemen, the Orient Express is now leaving for Vienna, Budapest, Belgrad, Sofia
Bitte sehr vorsichtig sein mit diesem großen Koffer. Ihr darf um Gottes Willen nicht hinfallen.
Meine Damen und Herren, der Orient Express fährt jetzt in Richtung Wien, Budapest, Belgrad und
Oh, a new man. Interesting. Who's that?
alle einsteigen.
Я вижу, вы все такая же бесстрашная. Девушка, играете в шахматы как мужчина.
So it is noon on the morning of June 24th, 1914 on the Orient Express, and we just saw a couple of interesting things happen there. First of all, Herr Schmidt put the, let's see here. Let me just, did he take it off? Did he put it on? Did he? So, I'm going to read what the strategy guide says here for this part of what we just saw. It's pretty quick. When August finally catches you in a corridor, he asks if you're ready to proceed with the transaction, meaning Tyler Whitney had that gold egg and he was going to sell it for gold. I don't know to whom. Oh yeah, to Kronos. And then give the gold to August Schmidt for guns, for the Serbian what are they called? The revolutionists. Anyway, Cath so when did you notice how Robert Cath fingered that W on the scarf in his pocket? I still don't know what that's about after all these years. Cath fingers the W scarf in his pocket. That's Anna's scarf. A talisman, a symbol of his determination to avenge Tyler's death, or maybe it just feels so darn silky. I think what it's about is that, remember when Anna said, "I know you're not Tyler Whitney," and he said, "Are you going to keep my secret?" And then she ran off. He thinks maybe she has something to do with this, and maybe he's trying to help her. So that's my best guess. That's really my best. It's a lame guess. So he loaded his merchandise on the train. And so that's basically it. However, there's a couple things we missed. And one of those is after we learned about the Firebird and got the Firebird poem, we can put two to two together and figure that that thing that he was carrying, that Tyler Whitney was carrying, was that Firebird. Kronos wants that. So if we go to Kronos, we might be able to tell him that we have it. Let's rewind a little bit. Not that much. Oh, I see. Before, because you have to get into Munich. Okay. So let's go see.
Herr Whitney, soon we will arrive in München. Are you ready?
Okay. Well, we'll just do it in this order and see what happens. So we have Herr Whitney has put the goods on the train. He expects payment. I don't know exactly where he thinks he's going to get it from. But we are now after Munich, and it turns out that these two...
Трюк, достойный вашего деда.
Ну почему вы все время вспоминаете дедушку? Ведь вы же со мной играете, а не с ним.
Он вас хорошо играет.
I had other teachers since then, Alexei Sergeyevich. I'm not a little girl anymore.
No, you're not.
Hi, Renee. Okay, so we just left Munich, and so let's go down and see if there's something. Oops,
Count
wrong way.
Obolensky was quite ill during the night.
He's much better today, monsieur. Fortunately, we had a doctor on board.
A doctor? Not a Russian doctor?
No, sir. An American. Monsieur Whitney.
How interesting. Is he actually treating the Count, then?
He has given him a sedative, monsieur.
Sedative?
I believe a sort of herbal tea.
Oh, well, I'm sure he knows what he's doing. Still, it does seem a little irregular. Not that we English see anything wrong with a cup of tea. It can do wonders for an upset stomach. Still, one rather expects to see the usual paraphernalia. A doctor's bag instills confidence and so on, given the importance of the patient, I mean. I suppose Mr. Whitney is travelling with quite a bit of luggage.
Monsieur?
No, you know, so many Americans do.
I cannot say, monsieur.
Must be the fellow I passed just now in the smoking car. Rather young, isn't he, for a doctor?
I believe he is young, yes.
I must say, he didn't look at all like the usual sort of American one expects to see on these trains. You know, flashing money about. Quite the opposite, in fact. Rather unusual for a young fellow like that to book a double compartment, prices being what they are and all that. Wouldn't you say?
I do not know, monsieur.
Well, I suppose he wants his privacy. Nothing wrong with that.
Monsieur, I really must return now.
No, of course, of course. Don't let me keep you.
Thank you, monsieur. Au revoir.
Premier service.
Pardon me.
Premier service. Le déjeuner
Okay,
est
so
lunch is served.
couple things just happened there. I'm going to go back out to the menu because I want you to hear, because sometimes it might be hard for you to hear the game sounds. I hope it isn't. But in Munich, do you remember that a man came on the train? We looked over to the right and there was a man hopping on the train. And this is a new voice we haven't heard. So there may be a new character that we have here to meet. Let's talk to Herr Schmidt. He's going to ask us for money, and then we're going to see what's going to happen.
Herr Schmidt, are you having lunch alone?
As a matter of fact, I'm waiting for a lady.
Have a nice wait.
All right, he's waiting for a lady. Okay, so.
Le déjeuner est servi. Lunch is served.
Lunch is served.
Premier service.
Okay. I love how he calls that.
Déjeuner est servi. Lunch is served.
Oh, this game. Okay, so what we're gonna do, a couple things. We're just gonna go through and see.
Premier service.
Somebody left his door unlocked. He's sleeping. So, let's go this way. Can we look down or over? Oh.
Excuse me. We seem to be sharing
a picture of the Madonna.
No, please don't get up. I'll just
Here's
sit here and read the paper. Don't mind me at all. It appears the train's quite full. Awful nuisance when you think you've got a compartment to yourself and then they stick a complete stranger in with you at the last minute. Happened to me any number of times.
Oops, that's not where I meant to go. Sorry.
Monsieur, this is not your compartment.
Uh-oh.
You want
Are you going all the way to
sleeping
Constantinople?
I am traveling to a small
We were
town on
able
the
to get
Gulf
in
coast of
before
Persia.
because somebody was blocking
My
him,
wife and
right?
son.
Oh, lovely. Then
There.
that must be your family I saw next door.
We got in because the conductor was blocking the other conductor's view. What I'm trying to do, though, is go here because I'm hoping that we can... Darn it, it's locked.
I believe my son has taken it.
Really? What was the name of the town you mentioned?
Masjid et Suleiman.
Of course.
Last
the
night,
new oil
Anna
refinery they're
Wolf
building at
gave
Abu Dhabi.
Tatiana something to hide, and I was hoping to get into her room and see what it could be.
Why not?
Oh, well, I suppose you being a Frenchman, I just assume.
I am an engineer, monsieur. The Anglo-Persian company is doing the most innovative research.
Well,
in oil
there's not much we can do in here except to see that he's sleeping
want the Royal
peacefully.
Navy to be caught short of fuel
There's
oil,
nothing we
would
can really click on,
Tell
I
me,
don't think.
Are the reserves in that little town, what's it called again? Really as big as they say?
I cannot offer an opinion, monsieur.
No, of course you wouldn't. Quite
Well,
brave of your wife to go all
there's
that
nothing
way
we
to
can
the
see in
desert.
here. There's a man who's doing a lot of talking. Let's take a look at him as well, too, and see if we can also find that whistle.
François. He has a fine scientific mind.
Seems like a very active little boy. I don't suppose you could ask him for my cravat.
I think now that I remember him using it as a kind of sieve to test salinity in the water. Most remarkable in a boy of 7. Don't you agree?
Quite remarkable.
It is the natural curiosity of the scientific mind, monsieur.
Yes. All that trapped in the body of a little boy.
Good night, Tristram. Okay, so this man, we don't know who he is yet, but we're gonna find out.
Good Lord. Not this silly business with Madame K.O. again. So typical. To devote weeks on end of the
He
front
talks
page
a
of
lot.
this preposterous murder trial. One would
We
think
have
nothing
to
else
wait
was
until
happening in the
he's
whole of
going
Europe.
outside,
Well, tell
up
me,
and down the
you're a
hallway.
Frenchman.
So we have to listen for
What's
the
your
whistle.
opinion of the affair?
But in the meantime,
Why do the
I think it's time to talk to Kronos.
exert such a fascination for the public?
Where was he going? I want to listen in if he has something to say to the conductor. Are they
La
talking?
dernière
They
fois, je
are.
lui ai ramené un bracelet en cuivre. Cette fois, elle aura de la chance si elle reçoit une carte postale.
Pas encore de pourboire?
Je suis très déçu par la
Le
nourriture.
train entre en gare
Le
de
russe, n'en parlons pas.
Salzbourg.
Ni l'un ni l'autre ne semble apprécier le luxe d'un voyage
10
en
minutes
première
d'arrêt.
classe. D'habitude, l'Allemand dépense son argent généreusement, je l'ai déjà eu avant.
There's a lot of
Cette
talking
fois-ci,
going on,
le
so it's hard to hear what
train
they're
entre en
saying.
gare de Salzbourg.
Ta chance
Including me.
10 minutes
Je
d'arrêt.
crois qu'il convoite la petite chanteuse Angélique du numéro 11 qui nous a donné une sérénade toute la matinée. Quand un homme du monde veut attirer l'attention d'une jolie femme, tu peux compter sur lui pour qu'il dépense beaucoup d'argent.
Si tu as bien vu, peut-être que j'en serai bénéficiaire. De toute façon, je garde espoir que le garde du corps du harem sera plus généreux. Tu sais à qui ils appartiennent?
C'est pas vrai.
Avec quelqu'un comme ça, on ne sait jamais. Il vous
I
traite
just
comme un
love
moins
the
que rien,
eavesdropping.
vous crache dans la figure, vous menace. Et puis un petit cadeau à la fin du voyage et on peut prendre sa retraite sur la Côte d'Azur.
La Côte d'Azur, c'est pas pour moi. Mes plans de retraite sont faits et ils ne sont pas en France. 1914 sera ma dernière année en Europe.
C'est dur d'attendre, pas vrai?
Si tu pouvais voir la jolie petite maison qui m'attend à Alger, l'Europe ne te manquerait pas non plus. C'est un paradis pour ceux qui savent l'apprécier.
Demande donc aux dames des derniers compartiments.
Attention, tu ne veux pas risquer la récompense que tu espères recevoir à la fin du voyage, non?
Récompense? La seule récompense qu'il risque de me donner, c'est de faire de moi son collègue avec son sabre. Allez, à bientôt!
Allez, à plus tard!
Renee just asked me an interesting question. She asked if there's like captions, and there are, as you can see, for languages that are not English. There are no captions for English. However, on a forum, on the GOG forums, the good old game forums, I did see someone who had painstakingly written out the English captions, and I can go and look for that. It's like a little mod you can add that someone just shared with the community, and I can add that in the next live stream. I think it would be helpful because it is a little bit hard to understand some of the over eavesdropping you do in English. But anyway, Kieran is saying Algiers is in Algeria in Africa. At the time this game takes place, it was a French colony.
Monsieur.
So we're going to knock on the door here.
Are you still here? Tell His Excellency I'd like to... Tell him I want to talk to him about the Firebird.
The American, Your Excellency. I believe this time you'll want to speak to him.
Yeah.
It's really hard to hear these guys' voices.
Come in. Make yourself comfortable. Why, thank you, Kahina. I think I will.
Good morning, Mr. Cath. I hope you have good news for me today.
That depends. Do you still want the Firebird?
Do you have it?
What happened to Tyler?
The misadventures of Mr. Whitney and his colleagues are of no interest to me. Let us conclude this transaction quickly. We both have many other things to do. I with my collection, and you with your travels and special interests. Your treatment of Vasily Alexandrovich, for example. Datura stramonium. Very interesting.
It's very simple.
Simple to us, perhaps. But few European doctors would have thought of it. Once in Nigeria, but I digress. Do you have the Firebird?
Not technically.
Then I shall waste no more of your time. I shall look forward to our next meeting, Mr. Cath.
I believe if we sit here a little bit, we can eavesdrop. I think they might talk a little bit. Let's see.
It is as I
Mm-hmm.
The Austrian.
Give me, Your Excellency.
I told you so last night. Why have you not searched the compartment?
The compartment is guarded, Your Excellency, day and night.
Ah, yes. The dog.
I am not afraid, Your Excellency. But if I enter the compartment, that dog will attack me. If Your Excellency wishes, of course.
I understand, Kahina. Several hours remain before Vienna. I will arrange a convenient absence for Miss Wolf, and this animal whose presence seems to make you so uneasy. Then, Kahina, you will find the Firebird.
Yes, Your Excellency.
Did you hear that? Basically, the Excellency is going to create a diversion between now and Vienna to get Anna Wolf out of her compartment so that Kahina can properly search it for the Firebird. Let's take a look around and, you know, like you do. Sick Men of Europe. The Life of Abdul Hamid II, last Sultan of the Ottoman Empire. A memoir by his personal physician, Dr. Ismail Zaid. I would not be surprised if this is a real book. That's what the Sultan is reading, or His Excellency, or whatever it is. Look at that. Isn't that weird? Yeah. Okay, so not much else to see here except... Oops, wrong way. This way. I know how to get out of this game. Sure, watch me go the same way again. Just curious to see what'll happen. Nope. There we go. Okay, I got it. I know how to play this game. I totally got it. No problem. Absolutely. Right on
Bonjour,
top of
monsieur.
everything. Sure, no problem. Okay, so we're gonna try and find the whistle, and then I'm gonna end the live stream. So we've been at it for a while, and I don't feel good, as I've said 100 times already. But by the way, Joe, thank you for that heating pad suggestion. Let's see, what else can we do here?
Bonjour, monsieur.
Can do a little bit more eavesdropping, but I'm hoping that we could get into somebody's compartment. Sometimes in the game, you just kind of have to wait around a little bit until someone passes through or whatnot, and the conductor's not looking. Kyrian is telling us that the Ottoman Empire was comprised of Turkey and some of Eastern Europe, which would be disbanded in 1917. Constantinople, which is now Istanbul, was its capital, which is where we're heading. Okay, good.
Pardon.
Oh, no, she won't do any good, but... Ooh, we just got into somebody's compartment here. Who is this? Uh-oh. Caught! Hey, there's the whistle kid. There he is. Which way did he go? Sorry for all the turning. I hope you're not getting too dizzy. I think he went in the other compartment. Come here, kid. You.
Hey, petit. Viens voir.
Tu me le donnes?
Non. Je l'ai trouvé. Il est à moi.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Wait.
Excusez-moi.
Oh, so when he says we won't give it to him, he goes and gets the whistle and brings it back. Watch.
Excusez-moi. On échange.
D'accord. Si tu veux.
Il dort maintenant. Il ne marche plus.
That's so creepy. It's sleeping now. It can't walk anymore. That makes me nervous. I think he's going to pull the legs off that beetle. That kid is creepy. Okay, so we now have a whistle. Let's take a look at that.
Excusez-moi. Excusez-moi.
No, I want to blow on it.
Excusez-moi.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
There. All right, Robert. Fine. Okay, so let's, Oh.
Madame Wolf jouera une offre pour violon. Il souhaite la compagnie de certains passagers. Voici la liste. Le spectacle est prévu pour 3 heures.
Toi, tu vas là.
Assurez-vous que les désirs de son excellence soient respectés.
Ne bouge pas.
Monsieur le comte Obolensky.
Pas, je t'enlève les pattes.
Are we invited?
Je te dis
Mademoiselle de
quand on
Breteuil et son ami.
Ne bouge
Très bien,
pas.
monsieur. Je m'en
François,
occupe.
essaie de jouer gentil.
Hey! He didn't invite us. See, I told you. I think he pulls the legs off that. You know what? Now's the time. Let's do a quick little. Ha ha! And now we get into the ladies' compartment. Let's do some spying and various other, nefarious deeds. So these are the ladies. This is the ladies' bags. Isn't this cool? This is how you traveled in old-time days, You would pull out. I know, Kyrian, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, how come we're not invited? I mean, yeah, we're criminals, we're nefarious, but still, we like a little bit of beautiful music, just like the next criminal. I'm personally hurt. Okay, anyway. All right, so,
Dear friend, last night my seductress allowed me to sit by the side of her bed for a long while and brush her hair. How happy I was. Her embrace pulled me into a dream, far away from my old, upholstered world. At last, und revient team, in this fragile, rattling old box racing into the future.
So, we are looking at the journal of Sophie Norton, the English woman traveling with the young French woman. I'll read just a little bit, but I'm going to read it kind of quickly because we'll get caught if we're staying here. We joked about our fellow travelers. There's a fat German businessman with a little red mouth. He speaks very loudly to the waiter and strokes the lapels of his jacket with plump fingers. In the corridor, I passed a dark, seedy young student type, Russian, I think, who is rather self-consciously carrying a copy of Also Spricht Zarathustra. Also Sprach. I think that's... I'm not sure. Can somebody Google that? I mean, I'm sure that's Anyway, I know that that's a real book. There are two other Russians in our car, an old gentleman traveling with a lovely young schoolgirl. Madame Bouturel tells me he is a count and some sort of cousin of the Tsar. So our count is pretty well connected in Russia. At least I think so, as her English is hardly better than my French. Oh, and I forgot to mention Madame B. She and her son are in the compartment next to ours, with her husband across the way. Isn't marriage wonderful? Mademoiselle Bouturel Madame Bouturel is an engineer. No, Monsieur Bouturel is an engineer of some sort, and he's taking them all to live in some little town in Persia. Madame Bouturel grits her teeth when she talks about it, emphasizing the importance of her husband's work. I told her it may not be as bad as she expects, although of course it'll probably be worse. At least in the desert, their little boy will be able to make all the racket he wants without bothering anyone. So I'm going to leave this for you to read. It's fascinating. During the
Oui, madame.
you know, when you buy the game. So let's head on out. That's pretty much all you can see in their room, but her journal is interesting, and she updates it throughout the trip. So if you can sneak in here again, you can see more.
Mais non, voyons, vous savez bien que c'est impossible. Ce chien devait être en cage dans la soute à bagages, tout simplement. Je dois dire que je suis très surprise qu'une compagnie aussi respectable satisfasse avec tant d'indulgence les caprices de créatures excentriques, d'artistes, au point d'ignorer ses clients les plus respectables. Je pensais avoir acheté un billet pour un train de grand luxe, pas un ticket pour le cirque.
Je comprends, madame. Votre opinion est entièrement justifiée. Je vais en parler au chef de train immédiatement.
Je souhaite que vous fassiez plus que lui parler. Je souhaite vivement que cet animal soit expulsé des voitures-lits. M'avez-vous comprise?
Oh, oui, madame.
Well, she knocked it down to him, man.
Excuse me.
All right, so, but that means that the dog is in the sleeping car. That means we can finally get into Anna Wolf's compartment. So, the chat is telling me that Thus Spoke Zarathustra is a book by Nietzsche. And Zoroaster, also known as Zarathustra, was an ancient Iranian-speaking prophet. Yeah, much of the work deals with ideas such as the internal reoccurrence of the same, the parable on the death of God, and the prophecy of Übermensch.
Je suis désolé, mais l'une des passagères s'est plainte du compagnon de voyage de Madame Wolf. Pour être plus précis, Madame Bouturel.
C'est très gênant. Vous n'avez pas réussi à l'amadouer.
C'est délicat. Vous comprenez, Madame Bouturel et son mari ne sont pas invités au concert de Madame Wolf.
She's mad.
Rien n'est pire qu'une femme vexée. Et je crois bien qu'elle ne soit pas prête à abandonner.
Dommage. Les règles sont les règles. Annoncer la triste nouvelle à Madame Wolf et emmener son chien dans le compartiment à bagages.
Moi, monsieur?
Oui, vous. Pourquoi? Vous avez peur des chiens?
Non, 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 monsieur. J'adore les animaux.
Alors c'est très bien. Faites pour le mieux. Et surtout présentez nos excuses à Madame Wolf. Souvenez-vous qu'elle est l'une de nos meilleures clientes. Elle a voyagé dans ce train plus souvent que vous.
Je le sais, monsieur.
All right, our dog is going to take a little trip, and then we'll be able to do some spying. But we're going to do that in the next episode. For those of you in chat, stick with me. But for those of you on YouTube, I want to say I'm so glad you joined me. We'll continue on from Munich, and things are going to heat up at the end of this day, July 24th, 1914. the story will continue. And in the next episode, we're also going to get to hear that incredibly beautiful concert, which I highly recommend that you stick around and watch that. It's beautiful music, and they did such a great job with this game. But in any case, if you liked what you saw, please hit the thumbs up button below. And if you loved it, join the party and subscribe. I'll see you back here on the Orient Express as we continue on to Constantinople. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And for those of you in chat, I'm going to close the game. And I think I went my normal time. I don't know. I don't really keep track. Yep, 3 hours. It's about my normal time. Prince Kronos was a real person. So let me know in chat, how are you guys enjoying the game? How is it for you? It's a game that, I mean, it didn't sell well, and not really because of the game, but because the company that published it, Broderbund, went under right around the same time this game went out, so it didn't really get the press. And I think it would have sold well if people really understood about it. It's also a game that is not really for gamers, so to speak. It's for people who enjoy story and role play and sinking themselves into the world. Yay. Dent is saying it's like a movie. The attention to detail, all the actors, everything is fantastic. Kaylin said the stream went by so quick. Kaylin loves it. Jasmine loves it. Kyrian loves it. Yay. Renee, we're going to fix that in the next stream. I'm going to download that little mod that gives us captions for everything. And from then on, we'll have captions for all the English too. That should help, okay? Mothering is enjoying it. Yay. I mean, I imagine you guys all would say you're enjoying it because you're still here and you've been here. Most of you have been here the whole time. So if you weren't enjoying it, you would have left. So, kind of preaching to the choir here. But, yeah, I was thinking about doing that, and I just didn't get a chance to do it because I've been feeling so poor. At the first live stream, I was like, I should get that thing. And then in this live stream, I was like, oh gosh, I totally forgot about it. But I'll do it definitely before the next live stream because I think it's increase the quality of the playthrough. And so I'm gonna say thank you, Patrick. Thank you so much for all of you guys for being here, keeping me company, keeping my mind off of my discomfort and my little sad face. So and I will see you. Whew, I'm tired. I will see you next week for more of The Last Express, same time, same station. I will also be playing sometime in the next week. I'll be playing the next part of A Case of Distrust. And I'm going to ask Ben if he wants to come to that live stream too. Maybe he'll have time. Who knows? And so thank you so much. And so there won't be an after party in Discord as usual because I'm going to go to bed. I mean, you guys can have an after party. You don't need me. Go over to Discord and have a good time. I have been keeping my eye on Discord. I've been quiet over there, but you guys know that when I put the little J underneath your post, that means I've seen it and I like it. Everybody knows that. Oh, thank you, Kaylin. I do my best to put on a really good show. I do all I can to continue to improve it. Every time, I'm always thinking of ways to make the stream better and more professional and everything. I'm always working on the channel, even if it's just in my brain. Thank you, Kaylin. Okay, so I'm going to take us out now and put on some music and That stream, by the way, Renee, was awesome. It was so cool having the developer there because it was like having developer commentary, you know, like director's commentary in a movie. It was like having developer's commentary. So I was reading the things that he was telling us about. That game is awesome. So, and I'll give more warning before I do the stream. I won't give like half a day's warning like I did last time. All right, so let's finish up. And I want to thank you all for joining me. And yay! Hug pile. Hug pile. Let's spread all our germs around. Good night, Kyrian. Good night, Kaylin. I'm going to put on some music to see us out here. And good night, Jasmine. Good night, Dent. Good night, Mothering. Good night, Joe. Or actually, good afternoon. It's only 5 o'clock here on the Pacific West Coast, but everybody go and take care of yourselves. Group hug. Show your germs. Bye, Patrick. See you next week. See you guys later. Hugs.